Up guys, it's your girl Riva and I am back again with another video. If you're new here, my name is Riva and I'm here to give you guys my reaction to this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We're going to go ahead and just press play. Okay, we're going to press play. I'm going to let you guys hear the video and then I'm going to give you guys my feedback after.
Are a lot of men out there that believe that single mothers should lower their standards because they also believe the false premise that our standards were low before we ended up having a baby by someone who did not marry us. It never occurs to these men that something must have been really wrong for the relationship to be over. No single mother pitched a tent in front of Target at 3 a.m. so she can stand in line on Black Friday to make sure she bought single motherhood at discount prices. This is not something we wanted to do. I apologize. I'm sorry you a little bit confused, but there's no way in fucking hell I'm going to lower my standards after the last man I dated didn't live up to them. Y'all act like y'all know zero about growth. You're thinking in the back of your mind, oh, you should have picked the right man the first time. That's not how that works, sir. You really think a man who is manipulative, a liar, and a cheater got a neon sign on his forehead that say, don't fuck with me? I'm sorry, that's not how that works. Most men who ain't shit are not just gonna walk up to a woman and say, I ain't shit, have my baby. I take accountability all day for making a poor choice in a man. And in order for me to continue to do so, I have to prove that I learned the lesson by setting the boundaries and having the higher standards. That's how we show that we're not going to make the same mistake twice. And the mistake is never our kids. It is always the poor choice in man.
Okay, y'all, hold on. She said a lot. Let me backtrack and we're going to pause it. I'm going to tell you guys what I think. Hold on a second.
A lot of men out there that believe that single mothers should lower their standards because they also believe the false premise that our standards were low before we ended up having a baby by someone who did not marry us. It never occurs to these men that something must have been really wrong for the relationship to be over. No single mother pitched a tent in front of Target at 3 a.m. so she can stand in line on Black Friday to make sure she bought single motherhood at discount prices. This is not something we wanted to do. I apologize. I'm sorry you a little bit confused, but there's no way in fucking hell I'm going to lower my standards after the last man I dated didn't live up to them. Y'all act like y'all know zero about growth. You're thinking in the back of your mind, oh, you should have picked the right man the first time.
Okay, this is the problem, right? This is the disconnect. The disconnect is there are men who also have standards. Okay? There are men who have it on their list that they do not want to be a part of or raise another person's children. That's just certain men's preferences. That does not mean that's all men's ideals. Obviously, if all men in the whole entire world felt like that, there would not be the term stepfathers or stepdaddy season because there would be nobody out there willing to do that. But there are men who are not willing. Maybe they have no children. Maybe they've had a bad situation in the past. Whatever it might be, there are men who have that ideal, right? The problem is that because she said nobody chose it, and you think that I'm not supposed to change and grow and evolve, and you are, People do grow and people do evolve, but the problem is that how it looks for the person who is going to be experiencing you or the person who's going to be in a relationship with you. You done lay down with Pookie and Ray Ray and gave him a baby without him giving you any type of commitment, without him even telling you that he was going to be in that child's life. Maybe he already had kids before that he wasn't even around or whatever it is. And now you have this baby, you're living your life on your own, and now all of a sudden you require a high value man. This man is looking at you like, but that's not who you were. That's not who you required to impregnate you. The whole list that you have just, this whole newfound list that you found, you have to also take into consideration that you are also coming to the table with another human to be taken care of. Okay? And I've heard a lot of people have these kind of conversations. I know it can go, left real fast. A lot of people have these conversations, and this is not about the fact that you are or are not a good woman. This is not about the fact that you are or are not a good mother because you're a single mother. There's a lot of situations that deem single motherhood. Okay, it's not just having a baby out of wedlock. It's not just divorce. There's also people who are widowed. There's a lot of different situations. Incarceration. There's a lot of different situations that deem a woman being a single mother, right? And we get that. Completely understand that. So this is not just saying that all single mothers are the same. I think that that's another misconception that we have, is that all single mothers look exactly alike and they do the exact same things. That is also not true. Okay? We get that. However, you are still coming to the situation with another person needing to be looked after besides yourself, and possibly, okay, this is before the person knows you. So this is just possible toxicity that this person is thinking about. Possibly a toxic situation with an ex. That's why it's different when a woman is a stepmother than when a dad is a stepfather, because now it's, okay, I don't have as much control. I can't exude, as much control as you possibly can, because, at the end of the day, I'm not his father. That's not my child. I can't say this, I can't say that, I can't do this, I can't talk too loud because that's your kids and you're going to fly off the handle. It's a lot different because men are the control of the household. They're the leader of the household. So when he can't act within his nature because this is not necessarily his seed, it's a little bit different. It's a lot different than when it's a woman who's operating, right? And she already has to be under the regime of this man anyway. So he already has to be the final say. So she can kind of just be there, say what she has to say, and also kind of take a step back as well. It's very different. It's very different. The men who are expressing that they would not be with single mothers is because of their own life experiences. Now, again, is this all men that are saying this? No, there are some men that are like, that don't have nothing to do with me. Okay, yeah, you had a past. Maybe I had my own things. I maybe didn't have a child before, but I have certain situations as well. And we're going to get together and we're going to work this out. So if you're a single mother, why should you be focusing on the men who are not focused on you? If you do not, if this man does not want to be with you because you have a child, he is not the man for you. Keep it pushing. Why do you feel the need to explain yourself, okay, and defend yourself to somebody who's already blatantly said they're not checking for you? Unless you feel like there's some kind of fear that you will not find anybody else because there might be some truth to what this man is saying and other men might figure it out. That's the only way you'd be doing this. That's the only way. Because the single mothers that aren't having any issues in the dating aspect or don't have an issue finding a man are not on the World Wide Web talking about other men who say that they don't want to be a single mother. I'm just saying. But there's a lot of different aspects. You have some women, oh, my kid is, excuse my allergies, guys. My kid is, well behaved. My kid is this and my kid is that. And you'd be like, okay, but does somebody else have to be subjected to that? No. They do not have to be if they do not want to be. Everybody is allowed to have standards. But it's just that there's men who are out there who are saying, okay, you're saying that you need a high value man. He has to make this amount of money. He has to make that amount of money. He has to be able to do this and do that and do all of these things. But at the same time, you have also already experienced a life and already have had a child. And now you try to act like everybody else is not good enough for you. But also you have to take into account that you're also coming into a situation with another human being to be taken care of as well. But you're not willing to compromise with the person that maybe he don't make $100,000 a year. Maybe he make 80 or 70, and you feel like, okay, no, you're not good enough for me. But somebody is supposed to overlook the fact that you've already had a child and maybe he hasn't had a child yet. I think people are just talking about reality. Okay, all the mindsets and the stuff that people have, it sounds good, but people are just talking about the reality that we live in and the fact that a lot of women, okay, think that their situation is so different and they are so exceptional that they deserve the world, and we've been shown over and over again that's just not true. Okay, that's just not true. I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment sections down below. Excuse me for sniffling, guys, and stuff, but my allergies are really getting to me. But I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys.